and welcome to And Now You Know. I'm Teresa, and tonight I'll be answering the question, why do we say sleep like a baby when babies wake up all the time? Before I had a kid, I'd throw that term around willy-nilly, irresponsibly even. Oh, I slept like a baby. Getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep, sleeping in, having complete silence, it was great. I felt great. Then I had a baby. My husband and I did not sleep for more than 2 or 3 hours at a time for the first 2 years. Gradually, it increased as he got older to where I was finally able to get a full 8, but then my stupid hours changed at stupid work, and now I'm lucky if I even get 6. But that's a different story. These days, I hate that term. Babies don't sleep. Ever. Never, ever. So why on earth do we use it? This idiom originated in literature around the early 19th century. Its intent was to describe the quality of sleep rather than the length of sleep. You see, when babies finally sleep, and not that baby trick of sleeping for 5 minutes and then being awake for another 2 hours, but when they actually sleep, it's incredibly sound. It's literally one of the most peaceful and beautiful things you can ever witness. Just still, silent, and in a deep, restful sleep. Word to the wise, if you're planning to have a baby or currently have an infant, for the love of God, sleep when they do. Yes, they will wake up the second you hit that deep sleep, but 30 minutes is better than none. I started wondering about the origins of other sleep idioms. So let's go over a few. Sleep tight. The first documented use of sleep tight goes back to around the 1860s. Legend has it that the word tight refers to the olden days when beds were supported by ropes. Tight ropes supposedly meant a firm bed and sound sleep, but it turns out that's just a myth. Linguists and etymologists determined that when the phrase sleep tight and wake bright first appeared in Susan Bradford Epps' diary, rope beds were largely no longer in use and inner spring mattresses were becoming common. They concluded it was most likely just a cute rhyming phrase, not a literal reference to bed construction. You might be saying, well, that's not the full phrase. It's good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. And yeah, you are correct. Kind of. The expanded version appeared in 1881 in the novel Boscobel by Emma Marisol Newton. In it, a boy says to his parents, good night, sleep tight, and don't let the buggers bite. Later versions changed buggers to bed bugs, but even then it wasn't meant literally. It was likely referring to mosquitoes, with the idea being if you're tucked in tightly under the covers, you wouldn't get bitten. Genius logic. Let sleeping dogs lie. We all know this phrase means to just leave something alone. But this is actually a very old saying with deep roots in European folklore. The earliest documented version dates back to the early 1400s, appearing in French proverb collections including Proverbia Vulgaria et Latina. Now, because I don't speak a lick of French, I'm going to let a robot do it.
Ne réveillez pas le chien qui dort.
This roughly translates to do not wake the sleeping dog. The modern English usage was popularized in the early 19th century. In Walter Scott's 1824 novel Red Gauntlet, he wrote, take my advice and ask as little about him as he does about you. Best to let sleeping dogs lie. Couldn't sleep a wink. This one is even older, dating back to the early 1300s. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a robot who can say this, but I did watch a lot of videos on Middle English to try and get a grasp of this, so don't get mad if I butcher this. I'm doing the best I can. The phrase, ne slepta only a lepi winka, appeared in Robert Manning of Bruin's Handling Sign in 1303. Fast forward a few centuries, and William Shakespeare helped cement the phrase in English. In his 1611 play Cymbeline, a character says, I have not slept one wink. Once Shakespeare used it, it was basically immortal. Catch some Z's. This one is distinctly American. The use of the letter Z to represent sleeping or snoring began appearing in comic strips in the 1910s, including Crazy Cat and the Katzenjammer Kids. The actual phrase catch some Z's is believed to have originated sometime in the 1950s or 60s. While there is no confirmed first written use, the American Heritage Dictionary of Idioms suggests it likely developed as slang among kids or teenagers, eventually entering mainstream language. And now you know. If you have any questions you'd like answered, feel free to send me a message on Twitter at ANYKShow or email me at andnowyouknowshow@gmail.com. Until next time.